This coming September, I am going back to school. After quitting university after only 7 weeks last year, I decided to get back on that horse and go to college. I'm going to be studying entrepreneurship and retail management at Hogeschool Utrecht, and in Dutch it is called ondernemerschap and retail management. Let's talk about why I want to go back to college, why I chose this specific study, and all sorts of other things that played a part in this decision. One big reason why I decided to go back to school is that I was done with doing nothing all day. Basically, ever since I quit university in October of last year, I haven't really done anything. My plans of traveling first were blocked by COVID, and after that I lost the spark that I needed to actually get over my fears and start traveling. So that never happened, and that meant that I was basically home all day, every day, doing nothing or editing videos for other people. And although I wasn't depressed or something, I just really struggled to get out of that rut. And just one random Saturday or Sunday I decided, you know what, I'm done. I want to go back to school in order to get a somewhat stricter schedule, meet with people every day, just have to get out of the door every day and just kind of force myself to get going with my life again. Because I felt that I wasn't going to be able to do that on my own. So that is one big reason as to why I decided to go back to school. I graduated high school with a VWO diploma, which means that I can apply to university, which is what I did last year. But in the Netherlands, the main difference between college and university, as far as I know, is that university is more theoretically oriented and college is a little bit more practically oriented. And something that really bothered me about my specific university study last year is that I spent basically 90% of the time just reading books and learning new information. And although I like learning new things, I learned that I like implementing that information even more. And at my specific university study, I felt like there wasn't really enough space to go through that implementation process. It was just learning material, make a test, and then learn even more material. And in the Netherlands, for most studies, whether college or university, you can count on about 40 hours of work per week. And I don't mind using some of those hours studying material, but if that takes up 35 to 40 hours a week, then it became clear to me that I just don't enjoy myself at all. So this year, when I decided I wanted to go back to school, I was like, okay, probably for me it's going to be better to go to college instead of university. My stepbrother had gone to this orientation day of a study called ondernemerschap and retail management, which is translated to entrepreneurship and retail management, and he was really excited about that study and was talking about it. And my stepfather, who went with him to that day, was also really excited about that study. And I decided, you know what, that actually sounds like it could be a study that I would really enjoy as well. And that study that my stepbrother was really excited about was a college study. And the funny thing with this specific study is that the practical side of things gets even more attention than the average college study. So with most college studies, I've been told that the theoretical practical balance is about 40-60, where 40% of the time you learn theory and 60% of the time you spend implementing that theory into practice. With this specific study, 30% of the time is studying materials and 70% of the time is implementing those things that you learn. That is just something that really spoke to me. One other point that was really important for me is this study, as I said, is called entrepreneurship and retail management. And after the first half of the first year, you are going to actually start a business with your classmates with actual profits and losses. So the way I've been explained this is that the schedule is basically going to be on Monday you get taught some sort of aspect that has to do with entrepreneurship and retail management. On Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday you implement that information into your own business, and on Friday you give a presentation about how you implemented that information into your own business. business. And the fact that you actually get to start a business is just really important to me, because ever since I was a little girl, I've known that I really wanted to start my own business. I've just never really known what type of business I wanted to start, and I always thought that was a little bit strange, but all the people I met who are also going to study entrepreneurship and retail management have basically said the same thing, so that is kind of comforting to know that I'm not the only one with that paradox, basically. Another really important factor for my decision to go apply for this study is that the teachers have actual experience. Basically all of the teachers still have or have had their own businesses, so they teach from a point of actual expertise instead of just book knowledge, basically, and that is something that I find really important. So yeah, as I said, that was a big factor in me choosing this specific study at this specific school. What's up guys, Editing Moise here. I forgot to film an outro for this video, so here it is. I hope you liked the video. If you want to see the videos about my university experience, why I quit, all of that, I will link those up here, or maybe it's there. And yeah, I hope to see you in the next video.